Can I just mention that Iselia really sucks for repairing anything? It has been like 6 months at least since we were last here, and this sign is still burned to a crisp, and this pot is still like spilling over. What's with this place? They repaired nothing. This flag is even still singed. This is extremely sad. This place is super sad. I almost started this episode off with a heartwarming even though we've been all over the world, there's still no place like home. But I mean, everything's still in shambles. I can't believe this. Anyway, hey guys, MasaeAnela here, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of Symphonia. In the last episode, we finally told off that stupid mayor with the help of Chocolat, which is kind of surprising, I'm not gonna lie. But now, it's time to go and meet up with Kratos and Colette. Colette, are you alright now? Yes, I think. I'm sorry for making everyone worry. I have accepted a request from Phaedra and Frank to escort the Chosen to your father's... Excuse me, Kratos, but we've been escorting her all over the freaking place, no thanks to you. I think we can handle that, thanks. I don't think Phaedra has any room to speak here. Grandmother said that dwarves know the most about Crucius crystals. I see, yeah, they probably do. Then I'll go with you. I should visit Dad every once in a while. Yes, you do that. After I deliver the Chosen, I will return to Crucius. But what about Sheena? I requested a message to be sent. She should rejoin you soon. Gotcha. Then let's go back to Dad's place. Here we are. And it kind of threw me off that we were controlling Kratos. Anyway, we have a character skit. The Cursed Sword of Nebulum. It gives me chills just looking at it. Why are we talking about this now? It's really admirable of the Bishan to collect and seal these. What's wrong, Persea? There's a disturbing sound. Can't you hear it? No, I don't hear anything. If Colette can't hear it, it must be your imagination. I suppose you're right. It must just be my ears. This is a weird place to stick that character skit, just saying. That Forcestus guy was a little different from the other 5 Grand Cardinals. He was a design hero who once killed every member of a group of humans that were leading a massacre of half-elves. A hero. It is said that he was full of knightly virtue, kind to his companions, and a fierce god of death to his enemies. From a human point of view, he's a horrible villain, but to the half-elves, he must have been a true hero. Yes, that is why war is so tragic. To win means to make victims of your opponents and give birth to hatred. If Forcestus had been born in a world where we accepted each other, we might have been able to get along. Yes, perhaps so. Even with everything that's happened, Kratos is still being the mentor to little old Lloyd.
Lloyd!
Dad, how have you been? Were you affected by the earthquake?
This area is on top of hard bedrock. Everything is fine.
Dirk, we are here by the request of Colette's family. They wish for you to help her.
I'm afraid even if Crucius crystals are an evolved form of X-Sphere, I still don't know the first thing about them. It'd be a better idea to ask a dwarf over in that MasaeAnela place.
Oh, so even you don't know anything about these?
I'm sorry I couldn't be of help. At least stay here for the night to get some rest.
I must politely decline.
All right.
Wait, are you really going back to Crucius?
I am an angel of Crucius.
Then why didn't you follow Yggdrasil's orders to leave the Great Seed alone?
I have my reasons, that's all. But as a result, Martel was not lost. That goes along with Yggdrasil's wishes.
it's true then. You really are our enemy.
If you consider Crucius and the Desians to be your enemy, then I suppose that makes me your enemy.
I don't want to think of you as an enemy.
Why the sudden change of heart?
It's not that I've forgiven you, or that I like you or anything. But unlike the other Desians, you abandoned neither the Great Seed nor this world. I just thought it's weird to think of you as an enemy.
You've grown up.
Huh?
The Lloyd at the beginning of this journey would have thought of all angels as his enemies. The same way humans and elves hate half-elves, and half-elves hate everyone else.
You think so? Was I like that?
Everyone has difficulty accepting those who are different. It's easier when you believe that you live in a world where the Desians are pure evil. The Chosen saves the world, and humans are all right and good. In fact, you joined the Chosen's journey believing that.
Yeah, that's true. But I can't forgive what the Desians and the Crucius have done. What they're doing is just revenge for what was done to them, right? That's just going to breed more hatred.
Yes. The fact that you are able to see that now shows that you've grown up. The strength to believe in what you see and not be swayed by the opinion of others. The ability to understand and sympathize for those you despise. The courage to look at things with an open heart. You have all those traits within you.
Colette is always saying, why can't everyone get along?
That sounds like something that a Chosen would say.
But I don't think everyone has to get along with each other. It's okay to dislike people. There will always be people who make you mad. But I do think we need to accept each other's rights to be here. I think it's okay for you to be here too.
No, I cannot join your journey, for I still have something I must take care of.
Well, what do you have to take care of? Is that why you've been wandering around MasaeAnela this whole time?
Lloyd.
What?
If you want to save the Chosen, you should research the records from the ancient Karlon War. Remember the words of the unicorn at Lake Umasy.
Wait, why are you with Crucius when you're a human? What is he trying to do?
Hey, wasn't that Kratos just now?
Sheena! Yeah, he returned to Crucius.
I see. So he really is our enemy.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome back.
Thanks. Thank goodness we stopped the giant tree.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I love that scene between Lloyd and Kratos. These two just have the most interesting relationship. Like, what? Like, okay, I've never seen that scene before. I think you only get that scene if Kratos currently has the most affection. I think that's his extended scene that you get when he has the most affection out of everyone, and I'm a little blown away right now because normally you get an extended cutscene with whoever is up on the terrace over there, which is Rain, or which would have been Rain because we've already established that she's our #1 pick right now. But since we got that extended scene with Kratos, I think that means that Kratos has overtaken Rain. That's really strange. If I go up there and I talk to Rain and she doesn't have extra dialogue, then that means that Kratos is now #1 in our affinity book. That's unreal. I love that scene. I've never seen it before and I'm so excited to have seen it. Considering what's going to happen now, you should go talk with the others. I find it weird that we don't get to talk to Sheena, though. Wow, I'm a little blown away right now.
This whole time, Colette hid her suffering deep in her heart, and always kept a smile on her face.
Yeah, and once again, I failed to notice.
She is a courageous girl. It takes tremendous strength to smile no matter how dire the situation.
Colette hides her suffering too much. It's okay for her to let her true feelings show.
She knows the power that words possess.
Power of words?
Your will manifests itself in the words you speak. Whether they be curses or words of joy, the soul of those words yields power.
I get it. Okay, and I'm gonna say it out loud right now. I will save Colette in both worlds.
You know, Regal must think that Lloyd is just the most adorable thing. I can totally see that Regal says something really wise and something really smart sounding, and then Lloyd just takes it and says something really endearing. Oh shoot, no, I didn't want to talk to you again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I like what you said, but I
Once
thought
again,
that you were going to say something new.
It takes tremendous
Yes.
strength to smile no matter how.
All right, lesson learned. Do not talk to anyone twice. They only have one thing to say.
This area resembles Ozette.
Yeah, this entire area is surrounded by a forest.
Lloyd, I heard about Chocolat.
And about Marble?
Yes, and other things as well. Were you hurt by Chocolat's hatred towards you?
Well, yeah. It's definitely painful when someone hates you, even if I deserved it.
I see.
But I'm going to do everything I can to make up for it, even if I don't ever make up for it completely.
Even if she never forgives you?
Whether or not you're forgiven isn't important. It's the effort that matters. At least, that's what I think.
I like how Lloyd is teaching little Presea about his attitude towards things like hate and forgiveness. I feel like there's like this big old train right here. Regal teaching Lloyd and Lloyd teaching Presea. That's such an interesting dynamic. Between all of these characters, there's such a neat links towards their attitudes.
Lloyd, I feel like I'm starting to hate humans more and more.
I'm sorry, Genus.
You don't have to apologize, Lloyd. I like you, as well as the people of Visalia. It's just that when I think about how there are lots of people who think just like the mayor...
I remember a lesson where the professor said that words exist in order for people to understand one another.
What do you do about people who don't want to understand?
Genus.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to take it out on you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Genus and Presea struggling with those emotions. Alright, let's head on in, and now we can talk to Zelos.
I bet you lived a crappy, hard life so far, huh?
Gee, thanks.
Gee, you sure know how to cheer someone up, don't you?
Well, don't worry about it too much. So now what? Aren't you at your wit's end right about now?
Why do you say that?
The giant tree, which we thought was all good, goes nuts. Our cute little Colette comes down with some funky cold. It's just human nature to start getting tired of it all.
I'm never gonna give up. If I quit, I'll never be able to face all the people who've suffered because of what I've done. So I'm gonna fight to the very end. I can't give up.
Hot-headed and stubborn as hell. Well, but I guess that's what I dig about you.
Aw, Zelos digs us. Cuff, cuff, wink, wink. Have something to eat and go on to bed. Oh, no. I'm gonna stay up. I'm definitely gonna stay up. Still have a couple of things to do here. So now that leaves Colette.
Lloyd, I'm sorry. I'm being a burden to you again, aren't I?
What are you talking about? You're the one that's suffering. Stop apologizing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna save you, so just hang in there for a little while longer.
Thank you, Lloyd.
Aww. Colette's It's taking a lot of crap. As much as I tend to rag on her, she is taking quite the beating. No kidding. That does take some strength to stand up to everything that she's going through. So, there's a little dragon statue next to Lloyd's bed. Examine it. Guess who watches us sleep? I am the mysterious gourmet, the Wonder Chef. I shall teach you the recipe for a charming miso stew. Learn how to make miso stew. Miso stew requires 3 ingredients: miso, kelp, and egg. I don't have egg in miso stew. I mean, I guess you could put egg in it. Farewell! I would be so just no about finding the Wonder Chef next to my bed. I would not be okay with that, just putting that out there right now. Alright, well, that leaves only one more person to talk to. Hello, Rain.
The problem is what to do now. We need to know how the 2 worlds were forced apart before we can figure out a way to save them.
How the worlds were forced apart. I wonder about that too, but I also want to know why Yggdrasil split the world in 2.
Don't you think it was to protect the Great Seed? To protect Martel?
But because the worlds were pulled apart, that phase thing got shifted. And the Great Seed became unstable, right? And that's not really protecting her. That's more like putting her in danger.
Lloyd, you manage to say something intelligent every now and then. You're absolutely right.
Every now and then? Jeez, that's harsh.
The who, why, and how. That's what we need to know.
Right now, all we know is who.
Wow. Guys, we didn't get an extended scene with Rain. Guess who has the most affinity with us? Oh my goodness. That is not what I was expecting. That's so interesting. Well, interesting things aside, it's time to talk to Dirk. You must be tired, have something to eat, and go on to bed. We've talked to pretty much everyone, so yeah, let's go. What are we gonna do now? Let's go see Altessa for Colette. Yes, regardless of whether or not we trust Kratos' words, we'd better return to MasaeAnela for now. Can we trust him though? We don't have any other leads. All we can do is keep on going. You tell him, Lloyd. You tell him. So that does leave us with a direction to go and a thing to pursue. And now we're going to end things off with a character skit. Is it a punishment? Colette, is your body okay? Yes, I'm sorry to worry you. I see. That's good then. I wonder if... If this is a punishment because I quit the world regeneration. Nonsense! You suffered through all that all by yourself. How could anyone want to punish that? Thank you, Lloyd. There's something about that one portrait of Colette smiling and crying at the same time that always gets me. That portrait in particular just hits me every time they use it. It's just like, oh, Colette. Even though I don't generally like you all that much, it's just there's something really precious about it. So, with our talk with everyone done, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. Next time, we're heading back to MasaeAnela because the worlds aren't quite severed yet, and we need to talk to Altessa. I will see you guys then. MasaeAnela out.